Hari Om, Bhagavad Gita, chapter 7, verse 26. Jnana Vijnana Yoga. In the last verse, Bhagwan Krishna said, "Hey Arjuna, people do not recognize my real nature because I am completely covered by Yoga Maya. I am unborn. I am imperishable." This is what Bhagwan Krishna said in verse 25. Now, verse 26. वेदाहं समतीतानि वर्तमानानि चार्जुन भविष्यानि च भूतानि मां तु वेद न कश्चन. As usual, before we get into the verse, one small example. If you want to hide the cell phone of your school going son, let us say 8th standard or 9th standard, your son is studying in or daughter studying in 8th standard or 9th standard, always fond of his cell phone. Best place to hide the cell phone is his book bag. Keep this in his book bag or her book bag. They will not find it. They will ransack the entire house to find out the cell phone. They will fight with you. But the one place which they will not see is their book bag. That is exactly what Bhagwan says in this verse. Bhagwan Krishna says, Vedagam samatitani vartamanani charjunam bhavishyani cha bhutani mam tu vedana kaschana. Agam veda samatitani bhutani vartamanani bhavishyani. I know everything that is past, that is present, and that is going to come in future. The question arises, we are all logical fellows. We are not going to accept whatever Krishna says. We will question Bhagavan Krishna. We are like Arjuna. We may not be as brilliant as Arjuna. At least myself, I can speak for myself. I am not as brilliant as Arjuna, but I will question Bhagavan Krishna. The question is, how Bhagavan Krishna knows everything? He says, I know the past of all the beings. I know the present. And I know the future also. Is Bhagavan Krishna a person sitting in his balcony in the heaven house, sitting in his balcony, 24 into 7 looking what somebody is doing? He has no other work except watching us. Is that the way Bhagavan Krishna says? No. In an office, one fellow complained to his boss, "Boss, you have not given me adequate increment. You have given 12% to my colleague, but not to me. My colleague is a worst fellow. I tell you what he is doing. He comes to the office at 10:15, 15 minutes late. Immediately goes to the coffee machine. Then he is having a coffee. Exactly 1:30, he takes lunch. Then half an hour nap. 3:30 he is taking tea. 5:30, whatever happens, he leaves the office. He got 12% increment. But you have given me only 6%. Boss asked him, how you know all these things? Sir, morning to evening, not even 1 minute here and there I will look. I am only watching that fellow. I know him, sir. You do not know. You are sitting in cabin. Is this the kind of job Bhagavan Krishna is doing for each and every one of the people in this world? No, definitely not. Bhagavan Krishna is the consciousness or the life principle in all the beings of this world. He resides in everybody's heart. Without him, none of our organs are going to work. He is the life principle. Neither your eyes nor your ears, your sense organs or the mind or intellect. Nothing will work without the life principle. He is the life principle. Man searches him everywhere. He goes to temples. 24 hours he prays. Goes to Himalayas, Rishikesh. Everywhere else, he is searching for Bhagwan Krishna. The one place he is not searching is his heart. What is this life principle? He is not questioning it. As consciousness of each person, whatever one did, whatever one does, and whatever one plans to do, Bhagavan Krishna knows. He is the consciousness. That is why he says, of all the beings, that is why he says, I know the past, I know the present, I know the future. You know what you did in the past. Sir, I committed that mistake, sir. Otherwise, I would have been President of India. You will say. Presently, you know whatever mistakes you are committing. And what is your future plan? You know very well. If you know, as a life principle in you, Bhagavan Krishna knows. And he is the life principle in all the beings. So he knows all the plans, all the past, all the present. That is what he says. If you want to make Bhagavan Krishna laugh, Bhagavan Krishna knows one more thing extra. That is what I want to say. Because we know our future plans. But how the future plan will end, Bhagavan Krishna only knows. We do not know. We can only plan. Bhagavan Krishna knows what will happen to your plan. So if you want to make Bhagavan Krishna laugh, tell your future plans to him. He will have a belly laugh. There is one Tamil song on Ganapati which clearly captures this line, this whatever Bhagavan Krishna says. Wonderful song. I'm not going to sing the full song, but two lines of it. Prabho Ganapate Paripurana Varvarulvaye Prabho Ganapate 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 தேடி தேடி எங்க ஓடுகின்றார் உனை உள்ளே தேடி கண்டு கொள்ளலாமே உள்ளே தேடி கண்டு கொள்ளலாமே. This song says, hey Ganapate, you give me a wonderful life, Paripurana, that is complete blissful life. Hey Ganapate, people, they go and search for you everywhere throughout the world, but nobody knows you are sitting inside the heart. Ulle tedi kandu kollalame. He says in the song, the poet says, is right inside your heart, but people are searching everywhere. That is what Bhagavan Krishna is also saying. One more famous story which we all know. A sculptor was making a statue. Even though we appreciate the deities in the temples, the beauty of the deities, actually Rama is standing in Ayodhya. If you go, you will say it looks like Rama is standing actually. I was totally shocked. My all my hairs stood straight like an army soldier. That much I was impressed by the statue. But how much work has gone into it, nobody knows. We do not appreciate. In stones also, there are male, female and eunuch stones. According to the deity, the sculptor selects the stone. He has to observe certain disciplines before starting his work. Every day a tapas he will do. Then he takes years to carve that deity. Take for example Tanjavur Pragadishwara. How many years of work has gone? The sculptor has to he has to be careful. Otherwise, one careless hit that will spoil the statue, the deity. Then he will throw the entire stone out and start his work afresh. Similarly, in our story also, one fellow, he was doing the work. He was making a deity. Suddenly, accidentally, there was a scratch which happened in the back of the deity. Then he threw that stone and started making fresh deity. 3 years of work has gone wasted. His friend told him, "Arey yaar, you are a fool. This deity anyway is going to be placed on a pedestal which is 20-30 feet height. Minimum height is 20-30 feet. Big pedestal. Then it's a small scratch, and it is all back on the backside of the deity. Generally, deity, you are facing the deity. All the people will stand before the deity and pray. Who is going to see this? Who will know this? Nobody in this world will know this mistake. The sculptor said, nobody knows, but I know. If somebody knows, automatically Bhagwan Krishna knows. Because he is the conscious principle. This is the famous story which we all know. Even in a closed dark room, if you sit alone and think bad thoughts, Bhagwan Krishna being your consciousness, he also knows whatever you are thinking. That is why Bhagwan Krishna said, I know the past, I know the present, I know the future. Bhagwan Krishna is omniscient. He is all knowledge and he is a supercomputer. Suppose if I, just like that, if I ask you, what is chapter 4, verse 25? Most of us will blink. We do not know. But in a minute, a computer can trace it and tell you what is that verse. Bhagavan Krishna is a supercomputer, consciousness of all beings. He knows everything. Everything is recorded. Within a moment, he can take it out and say, what is your past? What is your present? And what will be your future? But at the same time, Bhagavan Krishna says, Mam tu vedana kaschana. Are, yeah, I know everything. But nobody knows me. Why? Because of three reasons. According to one is, he has already said, he is completely covered by Yoga Maya. So, because of our gunas, Sattva, Rajas and Tamas, it is a prism. So, we are looking through the prism. We are seeing only the Vibgr. The sunlight we are not able to see. That is one reason. Second is, if at all we want to search, we search him in all places except in ourselves. Like the school boy not searching his school bag. Third, the most important reason is everyone wants everything else. The truth. It's a fact of life. Everyone invariably wants everything else. Wealth, power, etc., etc., whatever you say. But not Bhagavan Krishna. Nobody wants Bhagavan Krishna. He wants all the other things, but Bhagavan Krishna. If you do not want something, naturally you will not go in search of it. Hence Bhagavan Krishna says, no one knows me even though I am the closest to him. Verse 26 again. Vedagam samatitani vartamanani charjuna bhavishyani cha bhutani mam tu vedana kaschana. Next verse tomorrow. Harihom Sarvam Krishnarpamastu. Narayana 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 Narayana